Hello children, hope all of you are keeping safe. So in the last class of EVS, we discussed about our body, we discussed about our skeletal system, and we discussed about skull. What is a skull? It is a type of skeletal system. We have learned different types of skeleton. Among them, the major one or the hardest part of the body is skull. So we have discussed about skull. In this class, we'll be discussing about vertebral column or backbone. Okay, this is our vertebral column, or we can say simply as backbone. It connects the skull to the lower part of the body. Okay, from the skull, it connects from the skull. It connects from the skull to the lower part of the body. Is that clear? It gives support and protects the spinal cord. There is a spinal cord inside a back side of our body, which is very much important as our brain. Okay, spinal cord is also very much important as our brain. So what does a backbone do, or what does a vertebral column do? It gives support and it protects the spinal cord. It is made up of 33 small bones called vertebra. So, about how many bones are present in this? There are 33 bones, small bones, which are called vertebra. Various vertebrae can get very little movement so that our spinal cord can turn off. So these small bones or these vertebrae can move very little. Okay, we said that in our skull except our jaw, nothing can move, isn't it? They are all fixed. But in the case of our backbone, or in the case of vertebral column, the bones, the small bones can move partially. They can allow little movement so that our spinal cord can turn off. So let me explain it once again. What is vertebral or backbone? It connects the skull to the lower part of the body. Okay, it connects the skull to the lower part of the body. It gives support and protection to the spinal cord. Then we said that it is made up of 33 small bones. Okay, this vertebral column is made up of 33 small bones which are called vertebra. Okay, so this is vertebral column, the 33 small bones. Okay, the small bones which we can see here are called vertebra. Various vertebrae can give very little movement. These vertebrae can give very little movement so that our spinal cord can turn off. Okay. So that's all about our vertebral column or backbone. Now let's discuss about the rib cage. So as you can see, this is a rib cage. Okay, from the word cage itself, we can understand that it's like a cage. Okay, it's like a cage. So this is a rib cage. Rib cage is a bone structure similar to a cage wrapped around the thorax. Okay, so rib cage is a bone structure similar to a cage wrapped around the thorax. So in the front part, around the neck part or from the neck part, we have a thorax cavity. Okay, about which you will be studying in your higher classes. So This rib cage or this bony structure is wrapped or it is wrapped around this thorax. Okay, it is wrapped around this thorax. Now let's find out how many bones are present. There are 12 pairs of ribs. Okay, not bones. We call it as ribs. So the cage consists of 12 pairs of ribs. So how many are there? 12 pairs. Just count if you want. 6 in the left and 6 in the right. So total there are 12 pairs of ribs. The first pair is attached to the bone from the thorax called the sternum. So the first pair are attached to the bone from the thorax called sternum. Okay, these are the first pair which is seen at the top. These are attached. These bones are attached to the bone from thorax called sternum. This is sternum. Okay, so these bones are attached to sternum in the front part. Okay, so the first pair of ribs are attached to the bone and the thorax on the front. Okay, front side it is attached to the sternum present in the thorax. Okay, on the front side it is attached to the sternum. The 12 pairs are attached to the spinal cord. The next one is they are also attached to the spinal cord. Where is our spinal cord? It is back side of the body, isn't it? We just studied that a vertebral column or backbone protects our spinal cord. So, where is vertebral column? It's in the back side. It's a backbone, isn't it? So, spinal cord is present at the back side of our body. So, we can say that these 12 pairs are also attached to the spinal cord to the back. So in the front they are attached to the sternum. In the back they are attached to the spinal cord. Ribs are such bones that protect heart and lungs. So ribs are such bones that protect heart and lungs. So about skull we said that skull protects our brain. Backbone or vertebral column protects our spinal cord. Ribs protects the heart and lungs. The last two pair of ribs are unstable ribs. Okay, so the last two pair here also we can see our rib cage up to here, isn't it? So the last two pairs, we said that there are 12 pairs. So the 11th pair and the 12th pair are called unstable ribs. Why? Because they are not attached with sternum. They are free. They are only attached to the spinal cord. They are not attached in the front side. Okay. They are only attached in the back side. They are only attached to the spinal cord. So they are called as unstable ribs. Is that clear? And now, after discussing about our rib cage, now let's discuss about our arms and legs. Okay, arms and legs. That means hands and legs. There are one pair of arms and there one pair of legs, isn't it? One pair means not one. One pair means two. Okay, anything that is two, we will say a pair. So one pair of arm means we have two. If we say two pairs of arm means we have four. So in our case, in humans, there are only one pair of arms and one pair of legs in our body. So there are one pair of arms, and one pair of legs in our body. The arms are connected to backbone with the help of shoulder bones. So our arms are connected to the backbone with the help of our shoulder bone. Okay. So I'm repeating, the arms are connected to the backbone with the help of shoulder bone. Then our thigh bones. Okay, our thigh bones, that is femur. Our thigh bones bear the weight of our body. Okay, the whole weight of our body is bared by our thigh bone. It is called femur and the longest bone of our body. So, which is our longest bone or which is the longest bone in our body? It is femur, which is our thigh bone. Now, you might have been thinking, how could it be? Vertebral column is still more longer. But we discussed that it is made up of small bones called vertebrae. But it is a long bone. No, it is not made up of any small bones. It is just one single bone, that is femur. So femur is the longest bone in our body. Femur is connected with thigh bone. It is connected with thigh bone. In our bodies, long hollow bones, jelly like soft structures are filled. So, in our bodies, long hollow bones, jelly like soft substance is filled. So, what do you mean by hollow bones? That means there is a space or it is like a pipe. If we take this, it's in this shape. So, there are some soft jelly like substance filled inside our long hollow bones. Hollow bones means there is a space inside our bones. Okay, like this. So there is some sort of soft substance, soft jelly like substance filled. Okay, it is called bone marrow. What is it called? Bone marrow. So what is bone marrow? It is a soft, jelly like substance present inside our long, hollow bones. It stores fat substance and the blood cells are formed in it. So, our bone marrow stores the fat substance. Okay, fat items. And our blood cells, we know that we contains blood cells. Okay, our blood cells are formed in it. So the blood cells which run through our body are formed from this bone marrow. So what we discussed about arms and legs, we said that there are one pair of arms and one pair of legs. Okay, we have one pair of arms and we have one pair of legs. The arms are connected to the backbone with the help of shoulder bones. The arms are connected to the backbone with the help of shoulder bones. Thigh bones bear the weight of our body. Okay, our thigh bones. Our thigh bones bear the weight of our body. That means all our weight comes and falls on our thigh bone. Okay, it bears our weight. It is called femur, and this femur is the longest bone of our body. Femur is connected with thigh bone. In our bodies, long hollow bones, jelly-like soft substance is filled. Jelly-like soft substance is filled. It is called bone marrow. So this soft substance filled here is called bone marrow. It stores fat substance and the blood cells are formed in it. So what does bone marrow store? It stores fat substance. And what else it do? It forms the blood cells, or the blood cells are formed in it. Before that, we also discussed about ribcage. We said that ribcage is a bone structure which is similar to a cage. It is wrapped around the thorax. This cage contains 12 pairs of ribs. The first pair are attached to the bone from the thorax called sternum on front. So in the front side, these bones are attached to the sternum on the front side. And we said that these 12 pairs of bones are also attached to the spinal cord. Where does spinal cord is seen? Spinal cord is seen in the back of our body. So to the back, these bones or these ribs are attached to the spinal cord. And ribs are such bones that protect our heart and legs. So, what is the main function of ribs? Ribs protect our heart and lungs. And we also studied about vertebral column or backbone. It connects the skull to the lower part of the body. Okay, it connects the skull to the lower part of the body. Then what we said that it gives support and protection to the spinal cord. What does it do? It gives support and protection to the spinal cord. It is made up of 33 small bones called vertebrae. So this vertebral column is made up of 33 small bones called vertebrae. Various vertebrae can get very little movement. So these bones allow a very little movement so that our spinal cord can turn off. So these were the topics which we covered in our today's class. So vertebral column, ribcage and arms and legs. So learn these portions very neatly and also learn your previous portions, that is skull and skeleton. Okay, be thorough up to here. Remaining we will continue in our next class. So that's all for today. Thank you.